Now, guys, I'm going to tell you my story in a very brief way. And now, my journey starts when things are good. 2019, after years of struggling with depression, anxiety, multiple addictions, alcohol, eating, everything, I managed to pull my life back. I was very physically fit, and then that was the time the COVID-19 pandemic struck Australia and the world. And thereby, at that point, I was in a good situation. I had my financial wealth, I was making money, I was getting more and more fitter every month. But then came the problems of greed. That's where problems really started. When I had my perfect life, where I was financially very rich and my health was there, I didn't appreciate it. I came to the situation where that's a typical human nature, isn't it? Where when you have everything, you don't really see what's right in front of you. You see things which are not there. You become greedy, and thereby I started to become very, I would say, ungrateful for what I had in my life, and started complaining about the boredom with COVID-19 when people are dying. I still had my health, everything there, and then within the space of a couple of weeks of me complaining, I developed a very rare condition where it's called a cerebrospinal hemorrhage, where I couldn't basically stand up. So thereby, I was in bed for more than close to 2 months. I couldn't. Once I left the hospital and I came to this home, I did not leave the home for almost 6 weeks. Can you imagine the things I took for granted? Simple things like sitting down to have a meal, going for a walk, feeling the sun on my face, touching a rose. Those very simple things I took for granted was taken away. That's my rock bottom. In a lot of ways, I'm very grateful that happened to me, because if it didn't happen to me, I would have been a very spoiled person, only chasing financial gains and material wealth. That taught me a lesson. That lesson was happy life is not all about having finances. Because at that point, if I did not lose my money in stock market, crypto market, because when I hit my rock bottom in my physical wealth, then God or universe taught me another lesson. Because when you're not grateful, things can happen to you. And that was the time when all the stock market started to crash down, and thereby I lost all my financial wealth also. So thereby, at that point in 2020, I lost my physical wealth because I was stuck in a bed all by myself upstairs in my own room, own home. I lost my mental health because can you imagine lying in a bed, nobody talk to you, all by yourself, feeling sorry for yourself and feeling depressed. And then when it came to social wealth, nothing, lonely, because it's a COVID-19 pandemic. It's a 5 kilometer rule. Nobody can come and see you. And that was my rock bottom. In a lot of ways, I'm thinking, why did I have to hit rock bottom before you bounce back? Why didn't I appreciate the good times I had when I was getting physically very fit, financially making a lot of money? That should have been my happy point. That made me realize that the life I was leading, even if that incident didn't happen to me, would have pushed me. If that incident didn't happen to me at that point, you would not see Dr. Prabha doing it. He would be now driving a Ferrari or Lamborghini, with all the crypto money, and then bit of a being a show off. That's not me. I mean, I'm really very grateful in a way that my money was wiped off. So thereby, I realized that true happiness cannot be in things like these sort of expensive cars, bigger homes. It's much more than that. So thereby I thought, all right, I'm gonna get back on my life. When you're really down, there's nowhere else to go down. That's your rock bottom. I was thinking, anything, you cannot fall any more lower. That's it. And from that point, it's only upwards. And I slowly built myself back to my previous self. I went to work with a broken hand. I forgot to tell you, during the same time, I fell down and broke my right hand. And so rather than being at home feeling sorry for myself, I went back to work, because going to work and seeing my patients who were suffering, patients who were like breast cancer, other cancers, made me realize even what happened to me is very pale into comparison when I see somebody who lost his mom for breast cancer, etc. So life is all about perspective. Otherwise, all you can see is what's happening to you. So from that point onwards, from one habit at a time, I started to get my life back. I woke up early morning again. Very simple thing. I started doing meditation. I started to be grateful for what I had, even though I lost everything. I still had my son, my wife, and some life. And I was thinking that was something to be grateful for. So guys, if you want to know how a guy like me, who was in bed for 2 months, lost my everything, and physical health, nothing there, financial wealth, everything destroyed, if I managed to rebuild my life to the level now, I'm going to tell you and teach you, you can do it as well. So please follow me in knowing my method behind how I came out of my rock bottom, how I came out of living hell into the person I am. And because I done it, I believe anybody can do it. So guys, please join me in the next chapter.